Okay, so I'm back again, and I'll show you this. The oil seals are in. This one, that's the old one, just so you can see it again. Look, split horribly. Amazing oil pressure there. The oil pressure there. It goes in with the open side. That's the side that the spring pops into down there. The contact breaker housing goes in the opposite around to stop oil from coming from the timing chest back into the contact breaker housing. It's cleaned up. It's gasket cement on there. In the old days, you didn't used to get a gasket with the gasket set for the timing cover. I don't know why, and I didn't have one for this. Anyway, it's managed so far with gasket cement, so we'll keep doing that. So that's going to go back on the bike. Put a bit of grease on the bearing, bit of 2050 inside the little housing there where the oil seal is. Everything's lubed. I'm going to put the camera here. The light's not brilliant in here. Right, so we'll just pop this BC back on. I'll probably drill a bit of oil down there. And while we're at it, I'll show you a handy trick for getting on the seal here never goes on. It was a swine. Best tool in the world. Fingernail. It's on. It's that easy. If you don't use your fingernail, those things can be an absolute swine. These two long screws, I think, go down there. Yes, they do. They're the ones that go adjacent to the oil ways, so they have to be a bit longer for a bit more purchase. And there she is, she's on. So hopefully when we fire it up, we should actually have some oil pressure. Should be nice. As I said, the engine wasn't making any noises, it was just I just noticed the pressure was low. I think with any Triumph it's that change. It's when it goes from being alright to suddenly not being alright. Because I've ridden old Triumphs that, you know, they all like comes on when they're idling, because they're tired and they're worn, and it's bound to happen like an old car. And I don't usually bother too much about those. I just put fresh oil in and they seem to go for years. But when they suddenly change like this, as this one did, then that's a bit alarming. And I actually didn't even. I should have looked a while back. This has been doing this for the last 2 or 3 weeks. And fortunately, I don't use it that often. This bike, I use it. I don't do much more than 100 miles a week at the moment. But you know, there was a worry that I might have damaged the engine, but it sounded perfect. It sounded sweet. You can always tell the rod bearings when these things are going. And so I'm praying that it's going to be good now. I mean, there was, you know, once the engine was revved up to about 1500, they all like to go out. So I'm praying that at least that little bit of oil was enough to pressurise the crankshaft and keep the bearings lubed. I mean, bearing in mind that a lot of the older engines didn't have pressure feed, they were splash threads, so as long as you've got good clean oil in there, which I do. So I'll turn this off and we'll fire it up later when it's going.